Welcome to the Tippy Toe Podcast. We got a special guest tonight. Who my guest is?
Lindsey Anastasia.
Lindsey Anastasia, how you doing? How you feeling tonight? It's 2 in the morning. We going in.
Yes, I'm feeling really good tonight. Thank you for having me on your podcast. Man, it's a pleasure.
Man, we had to bring you here, man. We heard you got a story to tell.
Yes, I do.
Let us know. Break it down, because we about to get nosy with it.
Yeah, so if y'all didn't know, I'm Lindsey Anastasia. I am a musical artist. I'm a singer, songwriter, and author. You can find me on Amazon. You can go to lindseyanastasia.com.
Okay, then. And for the people who don't know, where you is from, Anastasia?
I'm from Decatur. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois.
Decatur, where is that?
Yes, Decatur, where is greater.
Also, you from Chicago, Illinois originally?
Yes, me and my family. I grew up there when I was younger, and I was raised here in Decatur. Okay,
then. So let us know about this story you about to tell us. Like, what kind of vibe this on?
So this is basically how I broke into my path, and continue to basically just be more confident as an entertainer, as an artist, as a storyteller. And it is a little dark.
No, we here. We here for the dark stuff.
Right.
I got my shades on.
Okay.
So how you want to start it? Let us know.
All right. So I am a veteran. I served in the U.S. Navy.
So you a soldier?
Yes.
Okay then. What made you get into that? Let us know.
So I when I first graduated, I graduated at 17, and I grew up in the projects here in Decatur. I graduated from Decatur High School. My folks, they couldn't afford to send me, to college for real. I had auditioned for a scholarship program to be in a part of the Gainesville Alliance Theater. It's a theater company that works with UNG, University of North Georgia, and Grinnell University, which is a private all-women's college in Georgia. I always wanted to be in theater and be in the arts because I always loved to sing, dance, act.
Okay, then.
So I auditioned, and I made it in, but the scholarship wasn't a full scholarship. It was a half scholarship. So, financial aid took care of some of the rest of it. But after a year of college, I grew depressed. Being a musical theater major, and I double majored in English, it was just a lot of strain. And I was only 17. I couldn't take it. So, I had to find another route. So I decided to join the U.S. Navy.
And how that experience was for you?
It was definitely culture shocking because I did a lot of traveling, met a lot of amazing people, and basically I just served my time and got out, got an honorable discharge, and I was supposed to go straight back into musical theater, right? Well, actually, I had got married while I was in the military. You
got married in the military? I heard y'all get special privilege when you did that.
We did. I got that money.
Was that the reason, or you was in love?
I thought that I was in love. I was in love with the idea of being in love.
Oh, bars.
So basically I was married, and quickly we started going through a divorce. But the crazy thing is, before we got married, I met this amazing guy.
Another guy?
Yeah.
While you was married?
Well, before I even had got married.
So you found it? So basically, not your husband. Another guy was more amazing.
Yeah, another guy was more amazing to me.
So what made you go with the wedding then?
Because loyalty. I felt like, okay, I gave myself to this, to this man. I already gave him my word, and he was a great guy too. So I felt like I had to go through with it. Okay then.
Okay, so you even though you was digging this other guy, you know what? Loyalty. I'm gonna just stick it out with my soon-to-be husband.
Right. But he drifted off, and he was fucking with other bitches, and I started. I started mingling more with this guy. Okay then.
So how did it just go like that? It sound like Jerry Springer shit.
It was some drama. It was some drama. It was definitely some conflict, which is why we started to get divorced. But me and this guy, I'm just gonna call him
Bob.
I'm gonna call him Bob. Me and Bob, we grew extremely close. We became really good friends. And as I was going through this divorce, I was also transitioning out of the service. And he happened to be from Atlanta as well.
Oh, the new guy.
Yes, Bob.
So you think that what made y'all like click because y'all both was from, you know, Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, we had some things in common, but it was more than that. Like, we literally connected. Okay, then. You know, it's people that say that they have a spiritual connection with someone, but I really did have a spiritual connection with this person.
Okay, then.
I like when I had first came back to Atlanta, we had went to this Japanese restaurant. And there was a bowl that was in between us, right? It had soup in it. And I remember me and him just looking at each other and just talking. And then all of a sudden the bowl just started moving back and forth.
No. That was not scary?
It was a little shocking at first. I'm like, are you moving the table or something? I'm looking under the table.
You moving it. It's like some Jumanji shit.
I'm like, what is
Luigi
this?
board type shit.
And he was looking at me. He said, I don't know what it is. You tell me, Lindsay. Ooh, what is it?
What is it?
I'm like, the bowl is moving on its own. He said, it's moving in between us. It was going in a circular motion.
Nobody ain't scared?
No. It was like I felt butterflies.
Butterflies.
I felt butterflies.
Break
it felt magical.
What's butterflies to you?
It felt like my stomach. You know what I mean? Like something was flowing in my stomach. My heart was pumping hard, rushing with blood, just overflowing, and a lot of emotions. And I felt like I was floating. So when the bowl was moving back and forth, I felt like I was moving with the bowl. Ooh. And it's like just looking into his eyes, I melted. I was moving.
Turned to a whole ice
with
cream.
him. Yes, I did. So we grew very close, and we had a lot of great sex. Like we had a lot of great sex. You know what I mean? But every time when we spoke to each other, every time when we talked, it was like a kinetic energy. Like as soon as I would touch him, it would be a reaction. You know what I mean? Like where it was like an electrical current just flowing through my hands. You hear what I'm saying? Like, and I know this shit sounds crazy.
Yeah, but you know, it's the vibe you was feeling though.
It wasn't just the thought of it. Yeah. It was the feeling. It was the emotion. It was everything that just grasped from between us. And we became really great friends. Really great friends. Really great lovers. It wasn't just the sex or the idea. It was like we would finish each other's thoughts.
Y'all thinking alike.
We was thinking alike. We would dream the same dreams. It scared him. It scared him to the point. It did. Where he, you know, basically he just started being, he wasn't combative, but he was just like, I don't think this is going to work.
Why? Y'all had so much in common though.
Oh. Honestly, he said that, you know, he said that it was too strong in the beginning. No, for real. He said it was too strong.
So being too strong, that's a bad thing, basically. I thought it was a good thing. At
that time, I'm being completely honest with you and letting you know what he would say. He would say that, but where would he be?
Exactly, right under you.
Right under me. So he didn't know. So I was actually still married when when we decided to, you know, be serious with each other. This was with Bob. This was back in about 2017.
Okay, then.
So, basically, he found out that I was still married because...
Oh, he thought you were single. He didn't know you was married.
Yeah, he didn't know that I was still married. He was from up north as well, in Detroit.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And he was going back home to, you know, see some family or whatever. And I had, like, you know, took him to the Greyhound. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, I'll see you when I get back. Mm-hmm. When he went to the Greyhound, I decided to go to Memphis because that's where my husband was.
No, what made you say you want to go? Why was that?
The divorce papers, so we could sign them.
Oh, you ready?
And discuss. I needed closure. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because he was my friend. Oh, I just wasn't in love with him. Oh, so I couldn't be talking and chill.
Okay.
No. So when I went to Memphis,
North,
we ended up having
sex.
Yes.
No. How'd that happen?
We started drinking. We was drinking some brown.
Let me put this drink down. It's going down.
We started drinking. We had Jim Beam. I had a bottle of Jim Beam, my own bottle.
No,
this is how we was drinking, and he had his own bottle.
Nigga, we taking it to the head.
We was talking, we was crying and signing papers, and you know, I bent it over a little bit, and then I ended up passing out. And Bob was calling.
So y'all both ended up falling asleep?
No, he was still awake. I fell asleep. I thought that nigga fell asleep, but he was still up because when Bob called, he answered the phone and he spoke to Bob and he told Bob basically what happened. Mm-hmm. And then and then I woke up in the midst of him still calling, not even knowing that nigga was calling and talking to him too. So I go outside on the porch or whatever. I'm on the phone with Bob and he's like, where are you? I was like, I just went to Memphis. I just wanted to
Were you nervous?
Get these hell yeah, I was nervous because I really loved him and I knew that I was wrong. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to get these papers signed and I didn't want you to know exactly, you know, too much because I didn't want to stress you out because I knew you was going out of town. Mm. And he was like, did you have sex with him?
God damn, what made him ask that?
He said, because I feel
sick. He felt it. Yep. His spider senses was tingling.
He said he felt sick. He said he was throwing up. He said, I know you had sex with him because I've been throwing up.
No,
and I feel sick.
Oh,
he said I don't feel good. He said I know that you had sex with him.
He know you. Was he a real spiritual person like that?
We were literally spiritually together, connected.
So he knows.
Even when we wasn't around each other. And people, you know, everybody don't experience it, but I was lucky to experience it. He's not here no more. But yes, it was real. And at that moment, I felt sick because I felt his pain. Mm. And we cried on the phone. Sorry.
No, you good. I like you, feel me?
We cried on the phone, and you know, he said, "I can't talk to you no more." He said, "You keep on hurting me."
So hold on, he know you ain't even tell him. He just know.
He just knows.
So what did you end up saying when he was saying that I know you slept?
I couldn't say nothing.
You just quiet?
How can you say something when the person you on the phone with, they know everything you gonna say, they know what you did, and it's like you can't really, even when you try to lie, they know it's a lie. And he felt it. Shit. I heard him coughing, crying, and wheezing while we was on the phone. He literally felt sick. And I felt sick because I felt it. And I was fucking drunk because I had drunk a whole fucking bottle of Jim Beam.
And while he trying to talk to you, you drunk?
Right.
So that shit though was just deep.
So my ex-husband at the time was seeing all of this. He didn't like that shit.
What he was thinking about?
He was sad. He was crying too because he like, this was supposed to be my woman. Honestly, I wasn't paying that much attention to him after that. I had to hurry up and get back home.
Yeah.
So as I was driving back home, I was calling him over and over and over again. He wasn't answering. Eventually, I just stopped. When he got back in town, He didn't say nothing to me.
Damn.
And I tried to call him. He still wouldn't answer. I felt completely incomplete. I spiraled out of control. We started talking again, maybe 2 weeks later. But he was still throwing that in my face. He said, I care about you, I love you, but I can't deal with you too much because it's something that we have that we can't control. And I didn't understand that because I'm like, why do you, because that would annoy me too. Because I felt like he was ignoring me and what I wanted. And I knew that he wanted the same thing. And I didn't understand why he was trying to keep on pushing me away. Because if you was never pushing me away, we wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. If you would just hear me and
so you feel like he was pushing you away. Break it down to why you feel like he was pushing you away.
Okay. So I found out the real reason why he was pushing me away. He was pushing me away because he knew that he wasn't going to be able to stay in my life.
Damn, what that mean?
He was sacrificed. He was taken. He knew that his life was gonna be ended.
How the fuck he know his life? He Tupac? Like he like a Pac?
He not Tupac.
No, we know
he's who
Tupac.
he is. He's Bob, but something of the sort.
Like Tupac always
he was a very powerful. He was a very.
Pac always felt like he was going. Somebody was gonna take his life.
He was but on some real shit, bro. Like on some real like he knew that his life was going to be taken. He knew that his soul was only here for a limited amount of time. Damn. And he could not tell me everything, and we were so young because he grew up under a certain type of code. Yes, yeah. Under a certain code, a certain culture, a certain belief system.
What kind of belief that was? You don't want to say?
I mean, the people that know, but I'm going to say that it is some very powerful warlocks out here that set this world in motion. And his life was taken. A part of that, it was literally his, certain people and his family knew. And this was something that he knew was going to happen. Based on certain decisions that he made and the life that he chose in his life.
God damn, so he ended up passing away?
He was murdered.
He was murdered. Like, how do you take that shit? And you say he know he was gonna get murdered. That's crazy.
Yeah, he knew he was gonna die. He told me.
Damn.
We got back. So after that was back in 2017. We got back together. We was riding strong. He wanted to give me his seed. He said, we was more mature. He wanted to give me he said, I want to give you my seed because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here.
So he wanted you to have his baby.
Yeah.
God.
And damn. I told him, I said, we need to get married and stuff first. He said, if we get married, you going to die too.
No.
Yes. I'm dead ass serious.
So you and y'all ain't getting married then? No,
we did not.
He wanted to make sure you stayed.
He wanted to make sure I stayed alive.
Facts.
But I knew too much. I found out a lot, and it was unbearable for me. And I was under spiritual attack for a long time. That caused me to make, be in situations and deal with certain toxic people. Because I was just looking for some sort of relief, without dragging it out too much. But yeah, that I experienced that, and it was very painful for me. I felt like I was gonna die.
Why did you feel like you was gonna die?
Because it's people that was watching me. But I'm still here.
Even though he told you like, if we don't get married, you good though.
Yeah.
But you just had your own shit.
I still have my own because it's like, because he told me that he was going to go. And he told me when it was going to happen. He tried to prepare me for it, but you can't prepare somebody for something like that that you're in love with and that is in love with you.
Did you go to the funeral?
I did.
How that was? It
was... I was numb.
What you mean? Break it down to us.
So when I was at the funeral, I was numb. It was surreal for me because I was still talking to him. You know what? This is gonna sound crazy.
No,
People
don't
be like,
judging, man.
No, but I was receiving a lot of enlightenment at that time.
Break it down. You know that's a big word.
Okay, so by what I mean is like every night I would go to sleep.
Dreams?
There was, in my dreams, there was something that was given to me, like that my mind deciphered in a code that I shared with certain people that was in our life. Mutual friends or family, or more so it was more for me. So it was like he left me physically, but mentally
he was there.
But mentally he was still there.
Yeah.
And so at the funeral I was numb. People was crying and saying things, but I wasn't able to emotionally.
So you feel like he was still here with you,
right?
Yeah.
It didn't hit me emotionally because I was still under that metamorphosis stage before I formed into a butterfly from his loss. That's the beautifulest way that I can explain. You feel like you was in a
cocoon and you bust out.
I was in a cocoon. I was in a cocoon for a long time because a lot of things that he was telling me has already came to, has already came to blossom. And that's one of his exact words. You're going to blossom.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was very deep and heart-wrenching for me because I knew what was going on, but it was like I didn't want to accept that. And a lot of people, it's hard. A lot of people couldn't really harbor or understand exactly what I was going through as someone that was, because we were together. When you with somebody and you talk to them and then they just disappear and then pop up dead, and they told you they was gonna die, but you was just like was capping, like just stop, like let's just be here, let's just exist and live and do all these wonderful, beautiful things. I thought that man was gonna be here with me until the fucking wheels fell off. We was like thing one and thing two. That wasn't just, that was like my everything. He was my friend, my brother, my lover, my comfort. He was my everything. So when he left, it shook up a lot of things within me, and I felt completely like empty. I feel whole now, but I felt completely empty. My heart, it was like my chest was always hurting. It was like it was cracking and it was like ripping open, and I was just falling apart every day. I went 2 months straight without eating.
No.
Yes. 2 months straight without eating. And the whole time all I was doing was praying to God. I was like, God, please help me. Please help me. Please use me. I kept on, it turned from God, because I it's like, first I asked God to take my life, I'm gonna be honest. Then it went, then suicide. I asked, no, not suicide.
What's suicide? Let me know when you try.
I just asked God to just take it away from me. I did. I'm not gonna lie about that. But then it went to, you know what? I'm getting in these Bible verses and I'm reading the book of Psalms. God, use me. God, can you please use me? Please use me any way that you can, so I can help other people that might be in a situation where something like that can happen to them. because of a belief system or because of a, you know, just basically a belief system, or people that could be around evil energies that is trying to cipher our energy as a black community, and all communities, all colors, whether you yellow, black, brown, whatever, or, you know, pale, white, you know, all cultures, you know, just use me so I can help generate more positive love and just, you know, a fulfilling life for myself in the process. So I ask God to use me. I ask God to use my soul and help balance me and bring me, help heal my heart. Help use me any way that you can so I can really feel like I am the one to live the rest of my life and not feel like rotten or miserable or just bitter or angry or just completely lose myself and just be out on the streets because I don't give a fuck about my life because I lost someone that I was that close to.
Damn.
And just to know how he lost his life and why he lost his life just made it oh so worse.
Like with us, like I ain't gonna lie, we know he tipped toe, we low nose. Like, how did he lose his life though?
He was murdered.
Like shot.
He wasn't exactly.
Do you feel
like
he was sacrificed?
Yes, he was. He suffered. I can't even. I'm sorry. Because I'm not trying to drag it out, but he suffered. He suffered.
Why you say he suffered? From? You know, he told you
because he was killed, and then as he was dying, he was burnt.
No.
Yes.
How you know?
Because I seen it with my eyes. I didn't see the whole thing when I say that, because I know you looked at me like, what? But when I say that is in the investigative processes, without me getting too deep, I've seen some of the evidence with my eyes, and it was by mistake. It wasn't meant for me to see, but I saw his burnt skeletal body where I couldn't even see I saw the flesh. I saw his flesh burnt. I saw his entire skull, where it's burnt into his skull, and it's black, and I see it, and as I'm talking about it, it was completely broken me even more. And I just didn't know how to reside in my home. I didn't know how to move forward with all of that happening so abruptly. How does anybody prepare for something like that? And nobody understood. I saw the love of my life burnt body. So it wasn't even a body. It was barely a body. And that really, really traumatized me.
That's crazy. How you dealt with that though? You had to be real strong for some shit like that.
Honestly, I don't know how I dealt with it. I say God helped me get through it. God is what brought me this far. God is what brought me this far.
And you say you got a book and all on this.
So, it's my third book. Well, actually, I talked about it in the second book, but I didn't get into too much details. The third book, I wanted to get into a little bit more of how I growed from it. But to be honest with you, I wrote it as I was going through it a little bit, but it was hard. And a lot of it I didn't write because I was haunted in very disturbing ways. my mind heightened in ways that I can't explain. You know, I'm only 27, but you know, my mind traveled a lot of places. And, you know, that's why when they say when you dream about something specifically or when you go through something to write down as it's going, but nobody can process, oh, I need to write this down. It's mental. You feel me? So I know for the most part, I know a lot of like my family, they was like, she needs a mental evaluation.
Oh, so they were thinking you crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Did you think
I would honestly?
Did you think like you was crazy?
I know I wasn't crazy. I know that I know the truth. Okay, then. But what I'm saying is that when anybody goes through something as disturbing as that, you know what I mean? It's a crisis. But that stimulated things in my brain that was never stimulated before, because who would expect something like that for their, and then when your mind travel to certain places of what you feel like you want to do or how you going to move, the route that you going to go, you know, damn, well, when I was talking to him then or that, I wish that I did it this way or that. But then it's like when I think about every moment I had with him on some real shit, every moment was my true authentic, as much of my true authentic self as I could be. And I know it was with him too. So I really have no regrets. It was not perfect. Right. You know what I mean? And yes, I was back and forth, but like not like the whole, but there was a time where it was like the ex-husband and then it was, you know, him, but our love was real. And I'm not going to even say the love that for my ex-husband wasn't real, but it was different. It was stronger.
Yeah, y'all had a good vibe.
Yes. Because we did definitely plant a lot of seeds that's still sprouting. And he was just such a great person, and I wish that everybody got to experience an amazing person like him. But he was very, very intelligent, very talented, very special.
I feel like sometimes it seems like you think about him a lot.
Yeah, well, when I think about him, when I do the work that I do, like as far as like the, you know, like he was an actor. He was an actor, you feel me? He had his IMDb credits. Okay. Oh, he did some. Shit. Oh yeah. He you know, he done did some Hollywood stuff. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you'll see him like he done did some things. Okay then. And he done been in some places. Okay then. So he knew that this, like where I am now and what I'm doing now, he loves it. You know what I mean? Because he knows that this is what he always tried to push me to be, and I wasn't always confident. And who I didn't start becoming as confident until I snapped out of it just a little bit when he left. Because I was performing, doing shows with his face on the t-shirt.
Ooh,
representing, doing it for him. Okay, then. So he sparked me to want to eat. Ooh. And then with that sparking me want to eat, I started sparking myself and me wanting myself more to eat. And it was less about him and the trauma, and it was more about me and the growth.
Yeah, happiness and stuff. Okay then, my bad. I'm booted up.
Oh gosh, is the story tired you out?
No, not it's interested. Don't mind me. I'm just booted up. You feel me? On that lick, all that good stuff. But damn it, dog. So how you like? What can you tell the people that are going through stuff like this? You feel me?
Definitely seek God. You know, it's time to, you know, I'm not going to say go to church and become a Christian, because it's a lot of people that go to church every day. But if you ain't reading the Bible yourself, or if you don't, not even the Bible is so far, but if you can't seek God within you and find the love within you. You know what I mean? And really learn all that you are, all that you can be, all that you create just by your voice, how the power and the way that you walk, you talk. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to go too far. You know what I mean? It's some people that are like, oh, I'm atheist, or people that's confused. It's a lot of people that say they spiritual or whatever, but they're confused.
What you mean? Like, how you know when you're spiritual and when you're not confused though?
Well, I was saying, when you got a relationship with yourself, you got a relationship with God. Okay. I'm gonna just keep it simple like that. Okay. So for me, what worked was reading the book of Psalms, because it's prayers. For me, that helped me push, and it continues to help me push. Anytime I have negative thoughts, I just ask God to guide me, and I read the book of Psalms, and I light me a candle, and that helps take all of the pain and worry and distractions away.
Damn. So, like, for the people that want to learn more about you, like, and you feel me, like, it does, like, what's the name of the books and how can they find it though?
So, my first book is called My Strength Was on Its Way. That one is about my childhood. But it's not just even about child. That is a book full of poetry. If you like For Colored Girls, then you will like My Strength Was on Its Way. Okay, yeah. My second one is Giving Self-Love, Baby. Okay, then. And you can find these books on lindsayanastasia.com. You can go to Amazon, type in Lindsey Anastasia. That's LINDSEY ANASTASIA. Okay, then. Put an S at the end. My Strength Was on Its Way. And you will see it. It's a series combo pack. So both of the books pop up there. These are very. The second book is very powerful. I've gotten a lot of great reviews and responses, especially from women and men. Especially from the man, which is shocking. Damn. They said that it helped and enlighten and spark some plugs that they didn't even know that they had, just from a woman's view. So I think that you guys will really enjoy the literature. They're really good reads, and connect with me, lindsayanastasia.com. All platforms. I have an online store. I sell body scrubs, candles. I sell crystals. My music videos, everything about me is there. I definitely have a lot more to share with you guys. I'm all about empowering my community and just wanting to give like great knowledge and guidance and just boost positivity and love into every person that I can.
Oh man, I appreciate you, man. One more time, how can they follow you? They want to follow you too.
Lindsey Anastasia _
Y'all know
on Instagram. It's Lindsey Anastasia everywhere. LINDSEYANASTASIA. You can find, literally just type in Lindsey Anastasia, you'll find me everywhere.
Okay then, tip and toes, y'all know what it is, man. We had to crank up. It's 3 in the morning. We had to go all the way in right quick. Touch that nose to next time, and y'all know what the business is. And what can you say to the people that's going through a female, like, to stay strong, whatever you want to let them know before we get out of here. And
you know what? Because I know the males go through it too. They just don't like to talk about it. So I'm gonna say, whatever you going through, just know that God would never have put you through it if He wasn't preparing you for something greater. And sometimes we think that we are at our wit's ends, but we're not. And God has to push us he pushes us, like pushes us, or you call it the universe, whatever you want to call it. It pushing you to put you where you need to be, to continue the path. You ain't done nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with you. You not stupid the way you think. You not dumb. You are not ignorant. You are brilliant, in fact. Keep pushing forward, because all the answers that you're looking for is going to come right to you. All the knowledge that you've gained, all of the wisdom is all those trials, and everything is going to work out better than you could have ever expected it. You don't even see where you're going, but it's coming.
Okay, then. Touch that nose, man. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And you want to bring the guests back so we can talk some more? You already know. Drop it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all know what time it is. Tip it toe, touch that nose. Okay, then. Lindsey.